It's all pretty exciting here at Stuff Towers today because we have finally got our hands on Apple's brand spanking new iPad. Now the question on everybody's mind is, what is it like to hold? Well, it's not exactly heavy, but it's no featherweight either. So when you're reading a book or taking in a full-length film, it could potentially be irritable on the wrists. So it will probably be much better used laid flat or tilted or in the dedicated dock. Now, while the bezel may look really thick, it actually comes in handy when holding it with both hands. Otherwise, you'd be touching everything, opening applications and all sorts. So, first impressions are pretty good. The iPad's 9.7-inch LED capacitive screen is pretty slick and just as bright, responsive and intuitive as the iPhone's, with the added bonus of 5 times as many pixels. Now moving on to high-def video, and it looks very good, oozing with detail. The same can be said when browsing maps, with the added animation making it all that little bit slicker. Pinching, zooming and general swiping feels nice and natural as well. Now, browsing the web has never been faster or smoother, although that's probably to do with the lack of flash. This has of course helped with the Apple-made 1 GHz processor sitting pretty underneath the hood. So this obviously means games work pretty well on the iPad as well. Apple have also reworked its core apps with detailed graphics, sidebars and pop-up menus. It's also morphed its notebook, calendar and contacts into very cool virtual journals. Now, as you can see, we've got 4 apps in the app tray, but you can actually move down 6. Now, as we know, iPhone apps are compatible with the iPad. The downside is their iPhone resolution, so making them full screen does come at a pixelated price. Viewing your pictures in the slideshow also looks pretty good as well. Now, unfortunately, the iPad isn't all joy. I'm afraid there are a few negatives. For example, the on-screen keyboard is just too large to type on quickly. The inbuilt speakers are pretty poor. And although it is very intuitive and very responsive, its ability to change screen orientation with a simple tilt is pretty annoying. But thankfully, you can lock this with a little key on the side. So first impressions are very, very good, and the iPad's available in 16, 32 and 64 gig offerings. And when we've had more time with it, we'll be sure to bring you a full review on Stuff.tv very soon.